Okay, moving on in our database. We have tackled tables, we've designed them, we've defined them, we have the structure. Then we created our relationships. Then we created a data tables. Now we're moving on to queries. Okay, a query allows you to question the database. So you get to come up with questions, and the database is supposed to give you the answer. Now the thing is, you have to create the database. You are creating the query as well. You're creating the answer to the query. So you have to know what the query could be, first of all, what's the question, and then figure out what the answer would be. And we get the answer from the field names or table headings of our tables. So to help us do that, we're going to use relationships. In the relationships, it shows me each table. It shows me all of the table headings or field names, and it shows me the relationship, the connection. My primary key to my foreign key. My foreign key is very important. Remember, my foreign key shows me how the tables are connected, and I need that in order for my query to work properly. Now, types of queries. First type is simple. Right, we have a simple query. For example, who are the students in the school? Or I could say I want a student list. Let's create the query for this. First of all, which table would I use? Would I use the students table or parents table? I'm going to use the students table. And what field names or table headings are going to give me the answer to the student list? Well, if I want to know who the students are, student number, name, and surname. Full stop. That's all I need. Right? Maybe I want to include their form as well. Oops. Yeah, maybe the form as well. That might be work. All right, great. So let me just copy and paste this here. Good. Okay. So this is my format, right? I just said I'm going to use the students table. Nice. And I said what my field names are going to be as well. Student number, which is my PK, my primary key, the first name, the surname, and I said form. That would make sense. That would answer my question of who my students are in the school, and I need to come up with a query name. And I'm going to say student list. That's a good name. And that's it. This is how you write up a query. Query name. You need to know the table, tables. You need to know the field names for each table. This is the answer to this simple query here. Who are the students in the school? What did I do? I figured out which table or tables I needed to answer this question. Then I figured out which table headings or field names would give me the answer to my question. All right? Okay. That was a simple query. Obviously, we get harder. So let's see. Next one is the criteria query. An example could be, what are the student contacts? Or actually, I need to be more specific than that. What are the student contacts is actually a simple query. A criteria query might be, which students live in Faizabad? That's a criteria query. Because it's a criteria because it's asking for something very specific. This information would be in the data contained in under one of these table headings or field names. Which students live in Faizabad? That's specific. Another specific one could be which students are named Kate. Again, that's very specific. Faizabad would obviously be their address. Kate would be their first name. That's specific. Okay. Next one. Let's see what else I have here. Who paid their PTA fees? That's specific. So I actually added in a PTA fee field name for parents. Who paid PTA fees is either you paid it or you didn't. You have zero as a PTA fee or they have a number. That's specific. Let's see what other. Who are the primary contacts for students? That's specific as well. Remember, we had a yes or no for the primary contact of any parents. So it's either your primary contact or not. Okay, let me just finish out this simple query here. Who are the student contacts? I think I would use students table again. Student number with that's my PK, their first name, their surname, and what else do I need? Let's see. I need their contact number. That should be enough. Contact number. Good. Done. All right. Let's move on to these criteria queries. I'm going to do each one of these. So I'm just putting my criteria format there. I'm going to move my relationships down so that I can see it. Oops, what happened there? Okay. Alright, we'll ignore that part. Okay, let's see now. Nice. Which students live in Faizabad? So let's see, I need students here. Students table. The home address will give me. Now I want to put their primary key, first name, surname, home address. Now the home address is where you would type Faizabad. So I'm going to put criteria equal Faizabad. That's it there. I have to specify which field name or table heading will store the data of Faizabad. Home address is going to give me that. So I need to now say specifically what it is I'm looking for. What is my criteria? Okay. Moving on. Let's get the other one. Which students are named Kate? Alright, now the only place I'm going to get this information is in their first name. So again, I'm going to use students. And student number, I need the PK. First name, surname. Right, now I said the first name is going to have my criteria. Criteria equal Kate. Good. Oh, I forgot to put in our query names. Let me see. Students named Kate and students living Visabat. Good. All right, next one. Who paid PTA fees? All right. Let me just bring this up a bit. Good. Who paid PTA fees? Where am I going to get that information? PTA fees are showed in parents. So obviously I need the parents table this time. I need my PK. Good. What do I need? I need their first name, surname, and I need PTA fee. And here's the criteria. If the criteria, it can't be equal to 0, that's who didn't pay. So it has to be, and I don't know how much they paid either, so it has to be more than 0. That would give me the criteria for who paid PTA fees. All right, let's look for next one. Next question was, who are the primary contacts for students? Okay, let me just bring that up here. Who are the primary contacts for students? Now, I need to know about students. Okay, so I need to know about the student. And who's the primary contact? Let's see. Primary contact is contained in parents, so I need the parents table as well. Parents. Okay, so I have both tables. Now let's get in the PK, obviously, that's the first thing. On both sides. Now, what else do I need? I need to know who the student is. Okay. Next thing, parent. We want the primary contact. I guess contact. So we need that. So I need first name on this side and surname on this side. And I need a contact number. And I need the primary contact. And notice I have student number on this side as well, but this case is the foreign key on this side. Now this says who is the primary contacts for students, so I want the primary contact. So primary contact, if you remember, was a yes or no data type. So my criteria here is by primary contact equal to yes. So here I have two tables. The others have only looked at one table at a time. This one has two tables. So there's something different. When you have two tables, I put in the primary keys. You always put in the primary keys. However, when you have more than one table, you put in the foreign key instead. So we have student numbers a primary key, student numbers a foreign key. I'm going to delete the primary key and leave the foreign key. Good? All right. Next one. The next type of query is that of a calculation. Let me just bring down these relationships here so we could see. Okay. Right. I want to increase the PTA fee by 5%. Oh, did I forget to put in ah, I forgot to put in my query names. Student primary contacts. This one is PTA fees. PTA fees paid. Okay, good. Next one. Increase the PTA fee by 5%. In fact, that could be PTA fee increase. Right? And I could put 5%. Okay. What table? PTA fee is in the parents table. So I'm just going to use parents table here. And I need my PK. Let's say first name, surname, and PTA fee. Okay, so I need that data in order to calculate anything. So first of all, if I figure out the maths, let's see. First, I need to calculate the 5%, right? And then calculate the total. All right, so we need to have the name of it. So let's see, 5% colon, and I have a square bracket with the table name dot field name, close square bracket. So let's see, it's parents dot PTA fee. PTA fee. And I have to multiply asterisk by 5%, 0.05. And then my total colon is the parents.pta plus 5%. Right, so when you're doing a calculation, you come up with the new field name, right? A colon, square bracket, table name dot field name, close square brackets, and you continue your calculation. Right? You use the same plus, minus, multiplication, and division, mathematical symbols, right? Whatever you need to complete your calculation. That's it for queries.